Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of my Castle Crashers playthrough. Last time I played through from the intro through to the Husky Barbarian, and I was using the Alien Hominid. Now, an annoying fact about the Alien Hominid is that he can't swap weapons, so that little green blaster that he has, that's all he can ever use. So today, I will actually be using the Conehead Knight for my playthrough. So let's see what awaits us. We will be going from the forest entrance all the way through to a boss called the Catfish. Now, Catfish is a really annoying boss, so I hope I can also help you get through that. The pet that I'm using is called the Cardinal. He helps you find hidden items, so like you can see, he brought me a sword from behind that tree. The sword isn't great, it boosts my dexterity but lessens my strength, so it means I don't hit as hard. I don't like not hitting as hard. What I like is being able to ride around a dinosaur and wrecking things. Or making it bite people. And then there's the poor princess who's tied by her face to a pole. Of course, that burly thief over there, who looks like he's been eating all of his sandwiches, he's a bit of a tough customer to kill. And he likes picking you up and throwing you. I'm not his biggest fan. Particularly since he lets the other barbarians steal my dinosaur from me. An interesting thing about these X's, you may come across them during your travels. If you have the shovel as an item, you can dig there and you'll find random things. Sometimes it'll just be an old boot, sometimes it might actually be something worthwhile. Another thing I love about being on the dinosaur is you can attack really quickly while he snaps at things, so you can make a mess of the enemies in short order. You can see another one of those X's over there. And we'll take a look at what's there in a moment. That wasn't actually the best move, because now I've gotten off my dinosaur. It seems that one of the thieves, upon dying, dropped the exact same weapon I was already using, the bashy stick. So, two things. First off is the X over here, which is a weapon. I believe it's a leaf, which boosts your magic power. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay, it seems like I'll be stuck with the leaf for now. And the second thing is that, as you can see from behind these bushes, there are some musical notes. That means that there is a animal orb, the owlet. The owlet finds hidden fruit in trees, which is great if you intend to get knocked around by the enemies a lot. I don't plan on that. So instead I'll stick with the cardinal, who can help me find the bow and arrow in the next screen. Something scary this way comes. Oh, it wasn't the bow and arrow, it was the boomerang. So you can get the boomerang if you have the cardinal on this screen. Yes, an owl did just poop itself out of the tree. And I just out-thieved the thieves. So, when playing anything that's going to be hacking and bashing, I tend to go for a weapon that has higher strength. The meat hammer that or the meat tenderizer that I'm using now gives me +2 strength and -1 dexterity. It's not as good as the bashy stick that I had, but it's certainly a damn sight better than the leaf. One thing that I really dislike about these is that they're actually pretty fast and mobile, so they can end up making your life a little bit of hell with those bows and arrows of theirs. It can get so bad that once I was actually knocked from one side of my screen to the other. Rather annoying. Ugh. Yep. That just happened. Up ahead we have another animal companion who is a seahorse. He's pretty handy, especially when you're fighting in water, because he increases your running speed in water. So if you're about to face a horde of enemies and you need mobility in water, that guy, he's a good choice for you. Fortunately, there aren't a whole heap of water-based levels, so you don't need to sacrifice better bonuses to be able to run fast in water. Coming up soon, we'll see the real reason why I wanted to use the Conehead Knight for this playthrough. And I don't just mean bashing up the trolls like that. So the forest is great for collecting animal companions. As you look behind the window opening over there, you can see that there is a baby troll. So further on in the game you can buy bombs from a shop, but because the Conehead Knight's ability uses bombs, it's pretty handy. There's a crack in the wall to the left of the window. If you take a look, and you position yourself absolutely perfectly, crack spreads.
One eternity later.
Like that. And you can collect the troll. Now the troll is pretty handy because he regenerates your health over time. Like that. It's not the greatest of bonuses, but if you've taken quite a bit of damage in combat, it'll be helpful. Over here there are two weapons actually, one hidden in the chest, which boosts your magic. Oh, boosts your dexterity but lowers your magic. And another one back here, which is the wrapped up sword, which lowers your strength but increases your magic and your health. All the same, I prefer weapons that boost my strength. They make plowing through the enemies a lot easier. pretty terrifying when you think of something that makes a bear soil itself. Be quick when it comes to collecting those gold sacks, because this little thing is really annoying. It steals it, runs away. What are they running from, you wonder? Yeah, sadly, it's this thing. Big Mama Troll. This isn't a revenge killing. This is a mercy killing for the other creatures of the forest. Is this what everything was afraid of, though? No, there's something even more terrifying than this. Where you can, jump, attack, and use your heavy attack. That keeps you levitating. Yep, something scary. This way comes. And you have to escape it by riding a deer. Thankfully, you're not actually riding Prince Pooper. Now this is a bit of an obstacle course that you've got to negotiate while riding your little deer. Make sure you don't hit any of the obstacles or crash into any of the walls. Otherwise you will fall back and you'll receive a decent amount of damage from the giant thing that's chasing you. Also, if you flawlessly navigate the obstacle course, you get an achievement. So it's a win-win. An easy way to tell when the next doorway is coming up is you can see when the deer all bunch up, so you can move yours in the appropriate direction before you hit the wall. And while in the river, it's pretty handy if you get on a fish or anything that really floats, because just it makes you a lot more mobile and more likely to avoid getting hit by bats. However, if you run into a rock, be prepared to lose your mount. These frogfish, they're really annoying. And that is a slight understatement, actually. Oh man, these bats are also rather annoying. Something to keep in mind though is that later on you can get a bat as a pet, and it actually does the same thing to your enemies as it does to you now as a player, which is savages their heads and distracts them. It's pretty handy in boss fights. That just happened. And this is the Catfish.
What are you doing in my swamp?
You'll want to be riding something for this because the Catfish spits out hairballs. If the hairball hits the ship, it distracts the aim of the Grey Knight, and it's not going to be able to hit the Catfish. Whereas if you destroy the hairball before it hits the ship, you get to exploit the Catfish when it's stunned and weak. Like that. You'll see when it's not stunned, the damage you deal is drastically reduced. And yes, that is a face only a mother could love. A blind mother. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the forest playthrough. Thanks for watching. Next up, you'll see a level up screen, of course. The next video I'll be recording will go from where the king lands his ship on the beach to the boss of that area.